What's going on YouTube? It's your boy 3MinuteGaming here. So I wanted to speak a little bit about Quantum Break, honestly. I mean, shout out to my boy Killer Fam, because we spoke about this a little bit, and I feel like we share the same similarities with how we feel on the game, and a little bit skeptical on it, although we are hyped for it at the same time. I mean, for one thing, this game after watching today's gameplay, I mean, well, not today's, well, Gamecom's Xbox One's Gamecom 2015's gameplay release showcasing Quantum Break, it just reminded me so much of Infamous. I know it's not gonna be like Infamous, but just the style and uniqueness of all the abilities and transformations, and just being able to just, you know, remember in Infamous Second Son, you had your abilities depending on what style it was, like if you had the fire ability, neon, paper, or digital. But in this case, it just seems like the teleportation along with the electricity, a little bit of the style gameplay here, it just seems, it made me think of Infamous for some reason, just more technical with the fighting. Like, you get to fight more technical in here, just with some of those extra abilities that makes the game a little bit more fun. But I was a little bit skeptical here because, I mean, for one thing, I realized, you know, shout out to Shawn Ashmore. He's the man who plays Iceman and X-Men. He is now the leading character who plays Jack Joyce in Quantum Break. And I don't know what happened with the other character. I'm not really sure. But yeah, shout out to him. You know, it's cool. I don't mind. He's definitely a great actor. So shout out to my man's right there, Shawn Ashmore. He's definitely a dope actor. One thing I noticed was, obviously, they're not going to showcase a game on the highest difficulty. That's not what they showcase video games for. When they showcase a video game, it's normally just to show, one, the graphics, of course, to show how visually, to have us visually impressed. Two, to also show us the, you know, setting of the game, the environment, to see how involved things are in the game, to check out what's going on within the game, also to at least demonstrate what would be happening in the game. Depending on what the game is, they showcase the game for that reason. They don't normally showcase a game to show how skilled they are. They try to show you how the mechanics work. They're showing you the interaction within the game, how one interacts with another, how you do this, how this happens. It's normally just a guide, but also at the same time a promotion in which they're trying to show you the project they are developing. And in that case, that's fine. But what I found to be a little bit of bothering, because I really want this game. I really want this to be a true successful game. I want this to be a heavy hitter on Xbox. So for the Xbox guys out there, let us pray, because I really want this to be a heavy hitter. My concern is it looked so easy. Like, I feel like even if this game had a difficulty, I think the difficulty won't really involve AI being intelligent. I feel like it'll just involve AI's defense just going way up high. Like, if they're blocking, I just feel like the AIs, like if they're shooting at you, the bullet just causes a higher damage rate. I feel like if they had a high difficulty, it'll just allow the enemy just to not lose enough ammo. Like, it's just the little shit like that. I feel like that's what they're gonna, if they do have a difficulty setting, I think that's the only thing that's gonna be really impactful in the game. I don't necessarily think it's gonna be involving AI being that smart where they know to turn corners. Just the way the game look, I can tell it may be a little bit repetitive, where, you know, Jack Joyce, the main character, where he keeps running off of things and then he'll teleport one way, shoot you another way. And it seems like it could be a fun ride in the beginning, where you can do a lot of different combinations of takedowns and stuff like that, which is definitely a dope ass part of the game. But I feel like in the long run in the game, depending on the story's length, that it may get repetitive, and I feel like there won't be any challenge towards that. And that happens in Infamous Second Son. You had these abilities and you was able to tackle enemies and do the same thing over and over and over again. In the beginning, it was definitely dope. And the only way it got fun again was when you re-unlocked a new character, when you encountered another character with a different ability and you was able to absorb their power. I don't know how this game would work with that, but I do know that whatever abilities this man has, I feel like it'll be a quick process before we get actually tired of it. And I'm hoping in that process, and as we progress in the game, it doesn't turn out to be that way. Like I said, I'm really interested to see how the story plays out. Also, I'm comparing it to Infamous, not story-wise, just gameplay-wise and mechanic-wise, and similarities, and how, you know, it seems like an influence, but I know it's not. I just truly hope that the story is a little bit better than Infamous, because Infamous was a fun game, but the story lacked a bit. And I just hope that Quantum Break's story is just really on par with the gameplay, and I hope that the gameplay isn't abused with the same mechanic over and over and over again, where I wouldn't necessarily care about doing this or that or side missions. I really want to get deep into the story. I really want to know what the story's about. But yeah, it's just my quick, issue with this game so far. But I'm loving how the game looks. I'm loving what's the story and plot so far of the game. I want to hear what's y'all thoughts on this, so drop your comments below. It's your boy 3MG. You have a good one. Peace.